on digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Football in general.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk presented by The Sportscast.
The Jersey Boys Sports Talk with Victor Arocho and Byron Jones. And here's your host, Victor Arocho.
All right. Let's get ready to rock and roll, baby. Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Arocho. Brought to you by The Sportscast. Today is January 22nd, 2026. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to The Sportscast on all our channels, YouTube, X, Spotify, iTunes. If you have iTunes or any of your favorite podcast streaming channels, please leave us a rating and a review. It'll help us out tremendously. Don't forget, smash the like button on YouTube if you're a Facebooker. Person on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Please hit the smash the button and like and follow us so you'll get notified when we're on live, and you'll be able to see some of our past shows and see some of the predictions we have and see some of the clippings we're going to bring back up. And so Mr. Byron Jones can't deny and deflect. So let's get it on, Mr. Byron Jones. Are you ready? Are you ready for the snow? And hey, I also want to welcome to the show the owner of the Sportscast and our executive producer, Mr. Santiago Leon. And that's
thanks, Victor.
He usually helps and fills in for me, and we got the benefit. I thought he was checking in on me because we're running a little late. It's like,
Victor's running perfect attendance December 1st. I'm competing against the Tower Club.
Like, what's going on? Why aren't you going live? What's happening?
Good. Glad to be back. Can't wait to talk about Tom Coughlin
and we got a bunch of stuff we got to talk about. Byron, how are you ready for the snow?
Yeah, a foot. Yeah, foot of snow, man. 1 foot. That's all we gotta get.
You gotta send us pictures so we can bring it up. All right, and let's bring one of our favorite guest hosts to the show, Miss Pamela
Cairns.
I'll let her. Miss I only know about my Miss Pamela. So
Miss Pamela. Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're a dance teacher, Pamela.
I'm a dance teacher. For over 45 years, I taught dance. Yes.
I had no idea. That's awesome.
No, that's awesome.
Ballet and football go hand in hand. Just let me tell you.
I know they do.
Time out. Did you know that they used to, Byron, correct me if I'm wrong, they used to teach them like dance and ballet because especially the prime position players.
That was before me. That was Lynn Swan.
Crazy, man.
Lynn Swan.
Yeah, a lot of they used to teach us that because it kept you balanced running down the sidelines. So dance correlated with us for the prime position athletes. So this way we had more balance running down the sideline, Pam.
Yep, and I can tell you that the players today. You took ballet. Did you say
he
that?
said he took yoga.
Yoga.
Can you imagine Byron in
very good as well, Byron. Let me tell you something. It's good for everybody.
Yeah, it's hard. It ain't easy.
Well, that's what we have T-shirts for ballet that says if ballet was any easier, they'd call it football.
Yeah, no, man. But the thing about dance is that, especially ballet, it forces you to be really flexible. Like you got to stretch.
And that's strong too, though. It's
the biggest problem with athletes. We don't like to stretch, right, Byron? Like we're the worst at stretching.
You don't. It causes injuries.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's not something that we really like. We rather hit the immediate impact.
Nobody
of
loves that
over stretching. All right, let's go to big news. We got to talk about. I even got people texting me about Harbaugh and all that. Let's just get. We already talked about last week, but now we know it's confirmed, and we got a lot more information coming out, and more things going on. So let's get it on.
It was confirmed in the Bills game.
John Harbaugh, we'll get into that, but first Giants. He's going to report directly to Mara. Byron, I'm going to let you see what's the feeling out there. What are your thoughts? And then we'll go around the table.
The feeling up here is that Shane got kicked to the side because of this guy coming in with 18 years and he's a credible guy. So pretty much around here they think he's gotten pushed to the side by Harbaugh being able to directly go to Mara now. So that's the thing going on up here.
Yeah, we got a little background somewhere. Anybody got something?
I don't know if it's Pamela or is it Byron. I don't think Byron has anyone in there.
Oh, I'm all muted here.
Byron's
you know what? Might be my husband's TV. Babe.
Turn it down.
Honey, we're live, baby.
It's a problem.
It sounded like it was somebody who's translating our show. So Byron, remember we talked about this last week. So you're saying he's kicked aside, but I asked you last week though. Comment I made, it says, okay, look, if that's going to be the case, what does he do? And well, he's going to be talking about picking players and management of players and dealing with contracts and stuff like that, watching the management cap. At the end of the day, Harbaugh is going to have, if there's a tie between the two, Harbaugh is going to have the pick, right? So at the end of the day, I think that was the reason I didn't think he was going to show. Wasn't going to be our coach, because since they committed to Shane, I'm like, but I'll tell you what I think after. Go ahead, Byron. What were you going to say?
No, he's going to have his hands and everything, but it looks like some of the things that are coming out is that he's bringing a lot of people from Baltimore are going to come up to New York. Kevin Abrams, he was the executive player personnel guy. He's been there since 1999. Got rid of him. He's gone. Ronnie Barnes, been there since 1980. He's gone. We got
to talk about him. Don't bring it up now.
Willie Taggart.
No, I'm just saying as far as his hand. No, but I'm just saying as far as his hands being in everything and bringing his guys. That's what he's doing. He wants his guys, and he wants to be able to report directly to Mara and not have to go to Shane and do that.
I got an answer for that next, but go ahead. All right, go ahead. We'll let the ladies first. Miss Pam, what do you think about a coach coming in like Harbaugh,
Miss Pamela,
reporting directly to the owner?
So I can tell you that before the Giants hired him, and he's looking around, I was posting things that if he was smart, he would pick the Giants because there's so much potential there. So I think reporting directly to the owner, that's probably a lot about his ego. A guy like that is not going to have a little ego. It's going to have a big ego. Other things are passing through my brain, but I won't go there. But
damn, this is
it's PG,
no limits. PG-13. So
big ego, little feet. That's what I was thinking. So
we'll get to that. What do you think, Santiago?
I think it's a good hire. As I said to everyone, John Harbaugh will bring stability to the New York Giants, which has lagged since Tom Coughlin left. Was it 2015, 2013? Mm-hmm. He's going to bring a balance to the team. He's been disciplined. No one's going to be late to meetings. Coaches will be all assigned sitting in the airplane. I think this is like the biggest hire since Tom Coughlin, pretty much. And him reporting to Mara, I think is a good thing. I don't know what's going to happen to GM Joe Shane. What does the GM do? I mean, I thought he's supposed to communicate with the coach, but I guess he's going to get scouts. Hey, Jim, I mean, this player in college is good. Maybe you should draft him. We'll see what happens.
I can tell you that I think that job is going to be as cushy as the Dolphins OC job has been the last 3 years because they don't do anything. So he's probably going to have a cushy job, and if he can just sit back and collect the check, he should be okay.
Collecting paychecks.
But the problem with the Giants is that when Dable and Shane first got here, they were supposed to come in and bring the Giants up to 21st century with analytics as far as the way they did the player scouting. So what did he actually do the last 3 or 4 years? Nothing. Because now you got Harbaugh, is coming in here and doing what they should have done 4 years ago. That's so for that reason, Shane should have been shown the door too, because they didn't do anything. And then when you look
due
at
diligence,
the Giants, when you look at the Giants, structure, they got Tishmara. Now they got Coke is one of the new owners, part of the group, and it's all a whole family oriented thing. You can't you can't hire family. I mean, fire family, and that's what part of the problem was, that some of them guys have been sitting there 30, 40 years that you can't get rid of them.
No, but you can make fun of them at the Thanksgiving table when you're on the Rooney side.
Thankfully, right?
So here, all right, let me give you my take here, right? So we talked about this last week. So I'm going to give you what ChatGPT says, okay? So what the core responsibilities, right, for a GM? And it's interesting how they say the GM is basically the CEO of the football, and we've always saying the head coach is CEO. So right now, his job, I'm just going to give you the bullet points. Roster construction. Well, that's not going to he's going to do draft players. Well, that's going to be with Harbaugh, but he'll probably do the scouting, have the scouting team.
Yeah.
Sign free agents. That's going to be looking out for those free agents. And it's going to be Harbaugh is going to make the final decision. So he's going to do the grunt work, and Harbaugh is going to have the final say. But salary cap management, Harbaugh doesn't want to deal with that. That's what the GM has to do. He's got to have to balance. Can we keep this guy? Is this a great move? He's, it's going to be a collaboration. Salary cap management, I think he's going to still have to do it. I mean, he's just not going to have all the responsibilities, which I'm happy. Hiring and firing of the coach, coordinators, scouts, fire coach or executives when it's not working. Okay, he can handle executives, but he ain't firing or hiring anybody else. Harbaugh's doing that, so that's taken away from him. Scouting and player evaluation, sure, he's going to do that. John's going to have the final say, right? But let him go and look at the college, get the scouting reports from his team, because he's not doing it directly. Long-term strategy, rebuild, and going all in. That's also going to be a joint effort with John having I hate saying his last name. John having the final say, and then the relationship with the head coach is eccentric. GM has final say. That's not happening. Okay, coach has major influence. Well, right now the GM may have some influence. Coach has major influence, and it should be collaborative. I think it's going to be collaborative, but like I was always taught, sometimes you're in the boardroom and sometimes you count the votes and sometimes you weigh the votes. So if the votes ain't going your way, your vote is higher than anybody else's. That's how it's going to go. So I think that's what he's going to be doing. And that's it. And I'm happy. I'm not a big Joe Shane fan. I just had a friend of mine, shout out to Steve the Hurricane Weiss, of which we're going to be attending his show. Coming, I see 3 of his shows in the home care industry. He's a coach. He likes Shane. There's some people I don't like him at all. You guys,
he's well respected in like NFL circles, right, Byron? I mean, I heard he's a top GM, but we haven't seen it.
I don't like him.
GM, but it's just
he got lucky with his last draft picks. That's it. Right, Byron went through a whole list of roster picks that he picked, and he shot him out. Byron shot him like a sniper. Bang!
Anyone could have picked Neighbors.
Bust, bang, bust. So his last few picks were good.
We're lucky.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's like John Lynch. John Lynch got lucky with Purdy.
Oh, he sure did.
Now with Trey Lance.
They gave up the world for Trey Lance.
Yeah. Not so smart.
Right? So,
but Vic, how would you rate like this hire for Harbaugh from 0 to 10?
Oh, it's a 10
11.
plus.
11.
Yeah, 10 plus every time. Yes.
We needed an alpha guy. We needed someone there that is controlling, right? Because when you're in New York, it's almost like being in Miami, but New York is just still New York, right? The city that never sleeps. There's too many distractions. Right, you got the 24/7 access to the city. You got people coming at you all the time. It's the most densely populated areas that you have, and you need a guy it's a no nonsense. Abdul Carter, you better get your butt. Coughlin, you're late if you're not 5 minutes early. Okay.
Oh, and you think about it. So when it comes down to it, the guy's name and the guy's head that it hangs on is the coach. they're not usually talking about the GM. They're usually talking about the head coach. So he's going to be the first line that's going to be out if he doesn't do well. So I would want control over what happens too. I would want to be saying, hey, and I wouldn't want to be doing, as you pointed out, Vic, the grunt work. Let the GM do the grunt work.
Do all
Makes
the other
sense.
stuff. Deal with the financial stuff. Don't bother me with that. My numbers is about, the X's and O's, right? You deal with the salary cap. Let me know if I can make this move or not. It's no different than a CEO going to a CFO and saying, hey, this is what I want to do. We want to expand. Can we do that? Because they need to go after. We're going to talk about the similarities between Drake May and Vrabel versus Dart and Harbaugh in a little bit. But let's go. Okay, here this one I found out just before the show. I was doing some research. Okay, this was amazing to me.
One minute.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have more power. He's going to have more power with the Giants because down there in Baltimore, the two guys that he had, the GM was Ozzie Newsome and Eric.
I like Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome did a good job.
Is the one that they have that are there now. So he's going to definitely have more power, with the Giants than he did probably with the Ravens because of those two GM there.
But Ozzie Newsome's respected. He did a good job there.
I'm good now.
But at the end of the day, what'd you say? Oh, but Ozzie Newsome did a good job. But that's in a perfect example, right? It's like Ozzie Newsome, they talk about him briefly. They only talk about the coaches, exactly what Pam said, right? But Ozzie Newsome has been known, was respected to put a good rosters around, make some good trades, win two Super Bowls under Ozzie Newsome, right? He got Lamar Jackson. Lamar, right? So Ozzie Newsome did a great job there. But that's a perfect example of that. All right, but I love this. When I found this out, I had to go and research. What's Coughlin doing with the Giants? Like, is he in the office? Is he front office? Is he he's just a
consultant?
coach.
Just
Nothing.
like Tommy.
Nothing. He literally cost credit. Obviously he's beloved in Giants, right? He's beaten the Patriots twice, and he's one of the winningest coaches in Giants history, right? But he literally called Chris Marion, says, "You need to go get him. Go get on a plane and go get John.
Get your ass to Baltimore."
I think they know each other rather well. I thought that was a big move on Coughlin, so I got nothing but praise for him. I love him as a coach, but I thought that was a great move, and I thought it was a good piece of information to bring to the show.
I mean, they did it everything perfect, Vic. Like airplane, lunch, get to the facilities, meet with the quarterback. Perfect.
No, but they flew to his personal home.
Yeah,
dude.
I know.
Wow.
Had lunch
and knocked on the door.
He brought some Subways.
With Eli Manning and DeVito. And not Tommy Cullins. What were you gonna say, Miss Pam?
I was just going to say, his motives are pure. You can count on what he says to really tell you what he thinks will help the Giants organization because he doesn't have a dog in the hunt. He doesn't have ulterior motives. This is something a guy you can count on.
Who doesn't? For our listener, who doesn't have ulterior?
Coughlin.
Right, exactly.
Coughlin's not going to have any ulterior motives. Yes.
Other than he bleeds blue, right? But coach to coach, coach to coach, he's like, I'm tired of seeing this. You guys look terrible. That's the coach who's going to flip the script. You tried way too many coaches. We've had 20-something coaches in the history. That's ridiculous. Go ahead, Byron.
You figure after they kind of sort of pushed Coughlin out the door, you figure he wouldn't want nothing to do with him. But, you can see that, his heart is true blue, that he, hey, you know what? I want this franchise to succeed. I'm going to do what I have to do. Even though they did what they did to me, I'm still going to do something. So, it worked out by Coughlin getting involved.
Not only that, that shows you the type of guy he is and how much he loved, think about it. He's tied to beating the best coach in NFL history and the best quarterback. So there's no way his players loved him. Right? They talked to him. Strahan has a conversation. He was a little stern, but he listened to them and he shifted gears a little bit. Go ahead, Miss Pam.
Well, the only thing that happened to Coughlin, and I think of anyone, Coughlin understood that the time for his style of coaching was coming to an end. It may be coming back. It may, some organizations need that, but I think he understood he had a style and it wasn't going over well anymore. What he did with the Giants, I mean, the Dolphins will always thank him. And, I just think his heart and his motives were pure. It was a great thing to listen to him. And it was a great hire by the Giants. Great.
You know what's funny? I'm supposed to be on my headset. It's not coming on my headset. Go ahead. All right, let's go to the next one. Headset. I don't
Want me to
know
take over?
No, I mean I could hear everybody, but it's the.
You gotta go to the settings.
I'm there, but let's go to the next one. Let's go. We'll talk. Keep
right.
talking. Too much focus on giant. What? By the way, my buddy who texted me said the same thing, that the media is making too much about the hierarchy. We really don't care. Move past the hierarchy. It is what it is. That's what you expected. Look at least Coughlin put it out there. He was up front. Right?
I don't think there's ever too much focus on something like that. I feel like going and listening to someone, especially when they don't have an ulterior motive. I'm always looking behind, like thinking, what's your angle? But he doesn't have an angle. Like you said, he's not hired by them. He doesn't get paid by them. He's just advising them. I think when your hierarchy has a history like his, it makes sense to listen to him.
I think the point was they're making too much about it in the media. Just let it go. It's over. Who cares? But he said it to everybody. It wasn't like he came to the Giants and saw Joe Shane and said, I want to do it. But Parcells did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? You want me to cook dinner? Let me pick the groceries.
Right? Well,
that's the bottom line. So let's keep going on that because I don't want to give too much information on it. Fully expect to have a winning culture with the Giants. He's coming in, but every coach says that. So at the end of the day,
the losing culture.
Look at Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn came in, and everybody for the Jets comes in and says the same thing, and they stink no matter what. Sorry, Richie.
That's because they're the jesters, so that's just how that goes.
Harbaugh met with several Giants coaches on Wednesday, and several were told you will not be returning next season. Back to the job description, the GM. That's supposed to be the job GM description. Well, that's not happening. And that, to me, sets precedence. That sets precedence. Sometimes sacrificial lambs are good for the rest of the organization. Unfortunately, you got to do some firing to light some fire and stuff. So I think that was a good move. Byron?
No. All it is, pretty much he wants to bring in his guys. He's going to interview, the staff that's there. He wants to keep like the offensive line coach. They really do need to keep him. Basilio, Carmen.
Yeah, he's really good. They're going to keep him.
Keep him because he did a good job. But as far as he's bringing in, people that he's comfortable with. He's going to bring in Baltimore Raven guys are going to be coming there to have, as far as the Baltimore Raven culture, because they are a winning organization, and those guys.
You think they'll bring in Todd Monken?
I think he's looking at a head coaching position right now.
Yeah, he's going to interview.
So
too.
if he doesn't get the head coaching position, then he's going to probably come there. But look, my only thing is that shows you that, but two things, that shows immediate impact for the team, right? The team says this guy ain't playing around, right? He didn't have to go in and convince Joe Shane that we got to do this. And no, you got to go.
Let me ask you this.
Like you said earlier, it sets a precedent, right? So they all see that he's going to control stuff. And the thing is if you're the head coach and you have coaches under you and you don't believe in them, they're gone. I'm not putting up with that. He actually has to work with them. If he can't see their vision or how they work or whatever, they need to go.
Yep. All right, so let's keep going here. Barnes removed as athletic trainer. This was one of Byron's things he wanted to bring up. He got promoted though. Byron?
Yeah, to a job he already had. He already had that job. This whole guy's he's been with the franchise since 1976. That's how long he's been there. He's been the head trainer for 45 years, and Harbaugh wants to bring in his own medical and athletic staff. That's what.
Well,
but
wait, time out.
And
you blame him? What was the stat you gave me before we talked about this? What was the stat you gave to me about this?
Oh, as far as like games lost or whatever. As far as like not man out, but like
man hours,
games not played by players, whatever.
Go ahead.
Man hours. That the Giants have been number one since 2009.
So we've been number one since 2009. What's the stat in players missing games?
You should have changed it a while ago, but
So it's not. It really. I think it's the field's fault. It's a lot of other things, but the athletic trainer that long, Byron, things change, right? How much is he keeping up with everything all the time, right? So, you need change across the board. Byron, we were miserable. How many names have you had coming on the show? 1972 bad.
Whole bunch.
A whole bunch of not positive names. Okay, so don't tell me that you got some pity for a guy who's gotten paid very well for 40-something years with one organization, is living beautifully in New Jersey, right?
But
come on, man.
He's in the Ring of Honor, man.
And he's in the Ring of Honor. Man. You're done. Once you get in the Ring of Honor, you should be out.
His name is up on the stadium.
You don't go to the Hall of Fame until you get out of the league. So if you're in the Ring of Honor before you're in the league, now you got to go. I think Harbaugh
when did that happen?
Everything he needs to do to win, dude.
30 years ago?
He doesn't have time. He doesn't want to waste time. He doesn't want to waste time trying to figure this out. Yeah, I just think that's the deal. So I don't know.
It's like you said, Vic, though, that things change. Like science changes. There's way more advancement. And your training, it is so important to whether your players are going to end up injured. And I mean, it's not like it can't happen in the best of training, but it happens less. So that guy, I mean, it sounds like the Dolphins, because we've had the same guy for 20 years and we got rid of him, but we promoted him. So I feel your pain on that. It's ridiculous.
AKA Chris Greer.
All right, so this was a continuation. So we had Harbaugh releasing some of the coaches not be returning, and then including most of the defensive staff and specialty teams coordinator. Well, that was a disaster.
Heiko Goberal.
Special teams was a disaster, and our defense. We have a good defensive line, right? But we need to build our defense. And look, to me, that's what have I been saying this whole time? Santiago, when we talk off the show, what do I always say? Defense. Get defense.
There's been more defensive coaches being hired in this
NFC
season.
East is about defense, right? Yep. I told my buddy who's a Steeler fan, I'm telling you, the guy you need, hands down, is Chris Shula. He's young. He doesn't get fired. He won't get fired for 30-something years.
And that name.
That I was gonna say that name, man.
He's got the pedigree, and he's doing a good job with the Rams.
He'll get a red carpet if he gets. Well, of course he didn't get hired, but
I'm just telling you that would be a good for him. So he's getting rid of that. Let's keep going. Requested to interview the Ravens assistant coach and running backs coach Willie Taggart for offensive coordinator. So they're making some moves because he's waiting for Monken. If he doesn't get a job, it doesn't get a head coaching job.
There's 6 open positions still.
Still? I thought there always several were hired. All right, so that's what we got there. Let's keep.
What do you think about that, Byron? Willie Taggart.
Byron, you doing research? Or you playing like
that's a royal name, if you ask me. Willie Taggart. That's a name.
I think he plays for the Miami Hurricanes.
I'm doing research. Did Willie Taggart? What do you have? Florida State. Willie Taggart.
Florida State.
He's at one of the Florida teams.
Head coach there one time.
He was at Victor's team.
Oh yeah, we don't want it. We don't need it. Don't need it.
Don't be dogging the Knowles.
Don't need it.
Well, as an offensive coordinator, I don't know.
Nope,
I
we'll
just,
pass.
I want, Pat. Well, we'll wait for the other
I
guy.
don't know. That name is. I mean, he's.
I mean, he coached Derrick Henry.
Yep. I mean, that's like.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry for what, 2 years?
Anyone could coach Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody
he was
needs to
hardly
coach
good
Derrick
before
Henry.
he got there, right?
The only one who has to coach Derrick Henry is the guy calling the plays. Give him the ball.
In the fourth quarter.
Playing it. He played at Western Kentucky.
We've
I
been
don't
through
know
that
what you're talking
before.
about.
Yeah.
He was coaching at USC. Yeah, he was most famous for his toughest stop was Florida State.
Yep.
He took over for Jim Fisher, which I hate that guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Jim Fisher
Don't need
ruined
him.
us, dude.
Pass.
He was growing. Florida State. They were meant to bringing him up to coach Florida State after Bowden, and Jim Fisher just like ruined us. So I don't really care about Jim Fisher. All right, let's keep going.
He bounced.
You left out the
Got more
bow.
money.
The bow. Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo Fisher, yeah, he could bow somewhere else. Dolphins hire Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley as coach or head coach. What you got there,
Yeah.
Santiago?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Pam?
Coach Jeff Hafley as a head coach. Yeah.
Well, I think our last dip into the Packers pond didn't go well. I'm hoping that this is different. I mean, because our GM and the new head coach, I mean, I like that they're younger guys. When I look at some of these younger coaches around the league, I call them kids because they're kids, right? The Bears coach, the Packers coach, all these different young guys, they come in and, man, they are smart and mean and doing a great job. So I hope that's what we get. Smart and mean. That's what I want.
Let me tell you why I look at it from my perspective, watching your Dolphins, is one, you guys have tried to be an offensive guru juggernaut for way too, and it doesn't work.
Not with Tua.
It doesn't work. Now,
Yeah.
Brian Flores, I thought was a good coach, and whatever happened there, he didn't get the quarterback he wanted. Your GM was terrible, and Brian Flores is a great coach, right? And everything came to play, right? He didn't want Tua. Look what happened. He wanted Herbert.
He wanted Jordan Love.
Oh, he wanted Jordan. I thought he wanted Herbert.
No, he wanted anybody but Tua.
He didn't want Tua. Bottom line is he didn't want Tua. And look what's happening now. And then your offense went to kaput, right? And even when you're putting up offense, you still couldn't win, right? So I think if you could build your defense there, right? At least that's a good starting zone. And you need to have defense in that conference right now, right?
Well,
because you're playing against guys that are potent on offense. And look, New England is doing well offensively, but their defense, they spent a lot of money in free agency on defense, and their defense is pretty tough. I mean, those guys are hitting. Yeah. They're hitting. You know what I mean? They're hitting. I think
that's
Vrabel's
my favorite.
Done a great job.
Oh, Vrabel! I mean, I'll tell you what. Tennessee
was coach of the year.
Stupid. He should. Be coach of the year. He is amazing. Either that or seriously, the kid from the Bears. I mean, that guy. What he did with that
the Bears
team.
Are out, and he beat.
Well,
them,
I know, but
they gotta go.
They were so far behind. I mean, what have the Bears done in I don't know how long? But I mean, I do feel like first of all, defense is my favorite side of the ball. I love it. I have some of the best jerseys from some of the best defensive guys in the NFL ever. You get Cameron Wake, you get Jason Taylor, you get Zach Thomas, you get I mean, I just love it. And we need to get back to that. We have a couple guys. We have a few guys that are amazing. The Dolphins, we need a complete overhaul. Once we got rid of the GM, Aloysius, that's what I like to call him. His name is Christopher Aloysius Greer. I was so happy when he was gone.
He's a homer.
I mean, Talk about somebody who's been there forever and did like. I'm so glad he's gone. We'll be different without him.
All righty, and then let's get into.
I will say one thing about Jeff Hafley. He's a very good player coach. A lot of the players in the Packers like them. They improved their play, so I think it's good for Miami. So we'll see what happens.
All right, so I'm gonna skip that one for now. Right now, Hot Sunday. I like this one better. Drake May throws 3 TD passes. C.J. Stroud has 4 INTs as the Patriots drop 2016 to advance the.
Don't forget, he's a Jersey guy.
Who? Which one? You got to say their name. We got
Drake
listeners.
May.
Drake May's a Jersey guy?
No, the coach for the Miami Dolphins.
Jeff Hafley.
No,
Yeah,
Jeff
Jeff
Hafley.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Byron's a couple minutes behind.
Hafley.
Yeah, he's like you got to feed
5
the chicken.
minutes.
Feed the chicken. You're like streaming backwards. Well, good. He's a Jersey guy. Good luck to him. He's with the Dolphins. I don't know what to say.
It's hot. It's hot there. You better be ready for the heat. That's all I got to tell you.
Drake May. Let me tell you, they were showing some stats on how Vrabel turned that team around so quick, but they're showing the stats that the first year as a rookie compared to Jackson Dart's rookie year are almost identical. In fact, Jackson Dart has less interceptions than Drake May did. I think Drake May have played a little bit more, right? But they're identical. So that's a good signal with Coach John coming in and being able to have a kid like him. And Drake May's doing a great job, but he's doing a good job on the Vrabel. And I think Dart. They said, didn't you say, Santiago, that he spent 2 hours with Dart?
Yeah, with John Harbaugh with the interview process last week, and that's what they need to talk to. Get close with the quarterback, see what they can do, and hopefully Harbaugh says, "Don't get hit, slide."
Right. Yeah. Use your head, kid. So one of the things.
No, don't use your head.
Not that way, right? think. Yeah,
that's the
not
problem.
College football, right, Byron?
Especially where he played, you better be tough. But I got to tell you, when I look at Harbaugh's decision to go to the Giants and Jackson Dart, I feel like that was a big draw for Harbaugh because, he's been dealing with the other Jackson and, that's not been going that great. So when people say, well, he couldn't get it done in Baltimore and how long or whatever, I think when he looks like at a talent like Jackson Dart, he's going to be, this is a moldable kid. I'm going to be able to go in there and teach this kid some stuff and, put a team around him. I think he is probably pretty excited about Jackson Dart. Harbaugh was.
Lamar got Harbaugh fired, Pam?
What happened to Byron?
I bet you it had something to do with it. The loss as well as other factors. I never think it's just one thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harbaugh is going to become the one thing about Harbaugh taking control of the way he's doing it. I think is good because he does have something to prove. Now he's pissed.
Yeah,
you fired me. Okay, watch what happens.
I'm going to show you
up at the stage.
That's right,
Byron. I don't know what's going on with your.
He's back, Byron Jones.
I hope he's back. There you are, Byron.
He's back. I think that he immediately wanted to coach, right? So I think that the one thing I want to say about this with C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love, I brought this up last time. Both Byron and I, when they made a couple years ago, when they were young, they're still young, but they were like pretty much, their first few playoff games, and they won those first few playoff games. I thought they would be ahead of where they are today. I don't trust either one of them. I remember I picked the Pats over the Texans because I didn't trust C.J. Stroud, right? And I think I picked the other team over the Pats. Oh, no, I picked the Packers over the Bears only because I don't trust the Bears. But I was concerned with Jordan Love. He wasn't doing well. So they haven't advanced in the manner that I think Byron and I talked about a couple years ago. And think about it, the Packers adding Micah Parsons didn't help when Micah Parsons wasn't there. But they're still the youngest team in the NFL.
Well,
and I thought Matt LaFleur was going to have a problem.
Well, you look at Stroud, though. The week before he had 5 turnovers, and this past week he had 4 turnovers. The thing that kept them in the game was their defense. Houston's defense was killer. But you can only overcome, once the level of competition gets higher, which you assume is going to happen as you get further in the playoffs. Once that level of competition goes up, your defense can only compensate for so many turnovers. And May he really does look so good. I hate to say it because I hate them with a passion from my entire heart and being, but they look good. Yeah.
But Vrabel's he's overall just the team likes him. He's doing a good job, and their defense is tough. This one I didn't see.
You think the coach should have took out CJ Stroud after halftime, Vic?
Say that again?
You think the Houston Texans coach Coach DeMeco Ryan should have took out AJ Stroud after all those turnovers in the first half?
Who's his backup? Who's his other?
Mills.
Davis Mills.
Yeah, which he's won 3-4 games this past season.
Yeah.
3-0.
It's the playoffs. I mean, number one, it's a 2-score game, right? It's a lot of turnovers. I mean, look at Jared Goff, won with 5 turnovers in the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
What are you going to do to the kids'
so did Houston
mental?
With 5 turnovers.
If you do that to a kid in the playoffs, right? To a young guy like CJ Stroud, you better get rid of him because you're going to mess him up, in my opinion, right? That's number one. Number two, and you better be prepared that this guy better do really well.
Well,
so you the guy who took you there, you got to stick with. And from a quarterback position, you got to stick with. It's not like he's
you
like
leave with the girl you went to the dance with. That's what.
Exactly. What do you think,
Byron?
But
go ahead, Byron.
Did you really watch this dude? Did you really watch him during the game? He looked terrible. He looked like he was scared to death, out there, or he had whatever was going on in his mind. And when they panned the camera over, to his face, he just had that puppy dog face, that woe with me look. He just didn't look sure of himself. Yeah, they should have pulled him. You're trying to get to the Super Bowl. Davis Mills was 3-0. This season.
Davis Mills was good.
Pull this guy.
Yeah, Vic.
Pull him, because he didn't have all his. He didn't.
You gotta be the strong man, the alpha. Take him out.
You can say the same thing about. You can say the same thing about Mac Jones with the Page. You remember with 49ers, he was winning, and everybody was questioning whether you're gonna bring Brock Purdy in or not. I mean, come on, you can go. Winning 3 games doesn't. It's not a lot. So that's just my opinion. I wouldn't have taken him out. I just think if you take him out, Byron, mentally, you better get ready to get rid of him.
Well, and also keep in mind he's under a contract negotiations in a couple of months, so that's
there
also a factor.
But
then, if that's the case, I would have taken him out because now you can negotiate that you were so bad that I had to take you out.
Lower the price.
Yeah.
Well, and you don't think from 1 week to the next that he's going to go from 5 interceptions to 4 turnovers. You don't think that's going to happen. But at halftime, when you see that happening again, and what you skated by 2 weeks ago because of your defense, and you survived your quarterback. So the next week when he starts doing the same thing, I think at that point you do need to go, listen, go. And you should have been warming up the other guy the week before after the 5 interceptions. You should have said, this could happen.
The only thing I'm not disagreeing with the possibility. I'm just saying that if you make that decision, you got to deal with the ramifications in the future, right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't the kid. This is just your starter, right? This is not like when the Giants had Drew Lock, Tommy Cutlets, Daniel Jones wasn't playing well. I mean that's a different ball game, right? And then you go down the line, right? No different than us starting with Russell Wilson and then, Jameson Winston. And then there's a big difference there. But you don't do that to Jackson Dart next year or 2 years from now.
No, you don't.
If you're having a bad game, you just can't. If you do, you have to be prepared to move on. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a choice at that moment. You don't think mentally that kid's going to be messed up?
He was messed up before the game
Yeah, but then you got to get rid of him, Byron.
He
I'm
was a
saying
mess.
then he can't be a Texan. Let him go somewhere else. You think
No,
you
you don't
keep
have
him?
to.
Well, he hasn't been good since his
with the
rookie
Houston
year.
Texans. Yeah.
He's not been,
With the Houston
and that's
Texans,
the thing.
He trying to catch up to his rookie season. He hasn't, by Vic.
And you can't,
Okay, I'm okay with
let
that. Then
your
get
starter,
rid of him.
but you can't let your starter sink your team. Like they had a real shot with, especially with that defense. They had a real shot to move forward, and they
Do it
didn't.
for the
And
team,
it was
not for a player.
directly on. That's right. Do it for the team.
Do it for the city of Houston, Vic.
That's right.
Hey, I'm not saying you don't do it. I'm telling you what is okay. Stop. Let's play devil's advocate. Let's say you do it. What is your move, and you still lose this game? Okay, you do it, and you still lose. What are you doing going into next year with Stroud?
I don't know. Were you better off when you went into this
I don't know.
year
You
with
got to make a
him?
decision.
I don't know.
You better be prepared to make that decision, though. This is millions.
I
of
think you
dollars.
should make that.
You're
It
gonna
is
have
definitely.
What do you do, Byron?
Quarterback competition.
Yes.
Open it
Davis
up.
Mills
no
could be
longer the
potential.
starter.
I don't know.
Davis Mills. Because they have an elite defense. You can't waste an elite defense. All he has to do is be a game manager. Davis
The
Mills.
top
So
two
we're,
with the
so
Broncos.
we're
A game
agreeing
manager.
then you're going into next year with you don't know who your starter is.
Yep.
Right.
That's all.
Open
And
it
if
up.
that's the
Which
case,
is
then I would
uncharted
have pulled them
territory.
out. If you're willing to do that, then I would have pulled them out. That's all I'm
But
saying.
Byron's right. Like, you don't know the way cap salaries and the way everything goes. Next year, you may not have that elite defense anymore. Who do you have to trade? Who do you have to get under your salary cap with? You have to seize the moment. This is the kind of business that it
100%.
is.
Not for long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly
That window
right.
opens open.
my only difference is that when you have the Strouds and the Jordan Loves, you're going to make that. You got to be prepared for the next move with that kid, right? And are you ruining him for like, okay, man, you took me out in the middle of playoffs, right? And you lost. You know, if you tell me I got 4 turnovers, I only lose by 2 scores. That's not a lot.
That's because of your defense. That wasn't because
What's
of him.
worse?
You have a valid point, Vic.
Right.
Your point is very valid. But these shots at these places, you know, where they were going into these playoffs, those shots, they don't come that easy. It's a long season.
And they got
And
lucky
you
with
have
the
to
Steelers.
seize the moment, right?
I
No.
agree. I'm just the narrative for me was as long as everyone agrees, you had to be prepared for what your next move is, and then Byron's was then you have a quarterback competition. So then what you're saying is, CJ Stroud, I'm taking you out, and next year you're not my quarterback going in as a starter. You now have
We'll
to earn.
see
it.
how you do, dude. That's
Okay?
what that's what it is.
Then I
We'll
would have
see.
taken him out.
Yep.
Then I would have taken
No,
him out.
it would have been easy
Right?
to take out
And I
Tua,
would have
right?
taken him out more the fact that he's up for contract negotiation.
Please.
He's up for contract negotiation now. I got
Yeah,
more
he's
power.
up. There's one more
I took you out of the
year
playoffs.
left.
You ain't worth $50 million.
No, Lord.
It could be up there,
Lord.
by the way. It could be up there, Vic.
That's my point. So I would have taken Dan. I would have, from a business perspective, I would have taken him out.
I bet you're
That's
4,
right.
not 50.
It's still going to be up there, right? Because they're going to pay market.
So put this on the table. Okay. He's regressed the last 2 or 3 years. Are you going to give that guy $55 to $60 million a year?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
The last couple
Joe
years?
Shane would.
I wouldn't. But what I would have done is then I would have taken him out. You had negotiating power, dude. You know, hey, Mr. Scott Boras, dude, I took your boy out in the playoffs. He's got 9 interceptions. I'm going to pay him $1 million.
That's right.
We're going to negotiate from there up. All right.
And
So-
you have to vacuum my house. You get $1 million and you got to come vacuum.
Exactly. And you're in Texas. You don't pay a thing. So, look, all right, this game I was not expecting. I picked the 49ers. Let me
was a
tell you, the
killer.
Seahawks defense is no joke.
And their offense really, I mean, they've got a lot of weapons. I totally picked the Seahawks. I actually have been saying since midseason that they could be your Super Bowl winners.
They're
They,
looking like it more and more.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think
Who's
I
gonna
wasn't
beat 'em?
I wasn't expecting to get beat down that bad. Well, we'll get to the playoff
The
picks.
dark side.
I
is-
think
is-
I think the
mean.
Patriots are going to win it.
Whoa, bold prediction.
Well, the Patriots gonna win it. They got that smell. They know what championship tastes like there.
But they're young though.
Well, they're
And
young,
they're young.
and the Denver Bronco quarterback is out.
Bo
So
Nixie.
Which
that
is a
changes
waste for
everything.
which is a waste of not having Josh Allen in the playoffs. That was a wasted loss. So we'll talk
little
about that a
whiny
little bit.
Joshy needed to go home and sit on his couch like everybody else.
He's cried a lot in that press
You would have
conference.
said that like everybody that's not in that conference. Everybody that's not in that conference. Josh Allen's one of the best football players in the league. I mean,
Is he?
Yeah.
How many turnovers did he have this last game? He's the turnover king.
Not
He
as
had
much as
almost
C.J.
as
Stroud.
many as CJ Stroud. Yep, I was on that too. He's there crying.
Yeah, he's the hard that. I mean, he's a baller. Let's go here. I wasn't expecting this. This was crazy. I was not expecting this one. Let's go. Broncos reach AFC title. You know, Peyton has got the chance to be is the first of the like just top coaches that have ever won championships with two different teams. But I don't think it's gonna happen now without a quarterback, without Bo Nix. I think that's the
What
problem.
do you know about his backup? Because it seems like
They say he's done pretty
decent
well.
player. Yeah.
Hurt Stidham. He hasn't played in 3 years.
Yeah. I mean,
plenty of rest.
I was gonna say he's got fresh legs.
Well, he's coming against a New England defense that is playing. They are hitting.
I think that
They're playing
like the third best
Vrabel. They're
defense in
playing
the
Vrabel
playoffs.
defense, huh?
I think they're the third best defense in the playoffs, third or fourth. They're definitely up there.
Okay, well,
Denver's defense
if they're
is pretty
fourth,
good.
that's not good. They're Denver's up there and Seattle's up there, right?
And Houston was up there.
Houston's not there, but not on the thing. Who else?
I mean, they're not there now. Yeah.
Who?
But-
Denver has.
Well, we know
Denver's
one of the best
Denver has
defense.
68
Seattle's one of the
sacks.
best defense. You got New
And the
England,
Patriots, and
and then
then
who's the other team that's
the
in
team
it?
is the Rams.
Yeah.
Rams.
And Rams.
Rams
Yeah.
defense are
Rams.
pretty good too.
They're
all
good.
good.
Yep. These games, I feel like, can go any way, either way. What do you think about? Like, I feel like Mile High Stadium literally has an advantage. Even if you go there early, if you've ever gone from Flatland, Florida, and gone to mountains in Denver, there is a thing like you're sucking wind. And I'm sure they're going to go early or whatever, but I think that gives a little edge.
Team had like oxygen tanks. They're all breathing.
They were, yep.
Highline.
Yeah, they did. They were all over there sucking the oxygen, which it's a real thing. I don't think it's enough for
The
Denver.
number one defense is Houston. They're out. Denver's in. They're there. The Browns, and look how terrible they did with the offense. Seattle's there. So in the top 10, it's Seattle and Denver are the only two teams left in there. So I don't know. I don't know where the Rams stack up to in New England.
Defense wins championships.
100%.
It does, but you got to put up points for them to win. They only win it at the end. I think, and I'm a defensive guy, right? But you got to put up points, right? You're not going to win. You're not going to win the playoffs 3-0. You're not going to win 9-6. It's just not going to happen.
I don't know that can happen. The one thing you can't have happen is what CJ Stroud did, which was turn the ball over. And that's what little Joshy did too. He turned the ball over repeatedly. So I just, you can tell my disdain for the dude. But,
and guess who else might do that is capable of, fumbling and throwing interceptions, and he's hurt. People don't realize he's hurt.
Who?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Well, Donald, exactly.
He has that oblique injury.
He's got to get past what he did with the Vikings. Remember?
He
Look, the Vikings are
looked
number
so
3
good, though,
in
last
defense,
week.
and that's a Brian Flores defense, right?
Yeah.
Chargers up there, Bills over there. I don't even see the Patriots. The Patriots are number 8.
Yeah, they're top 10.
They're top 10. They're top 10 defense. So you got the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Broncos, Who else is it? The Rams.
Rams.
The Rams. Where are the Rams? The Rams are at
The
17.
Yeah, their defense.
Oh, for their defense.
I
Well,
thought the
their
defense was a lot better
offense
with
is-
Shula for some reason.
No,
All right, well,
they were a lot
that
better
one-
during the beginning of the year. They stink now.
well, they better do something. Rams take off wild card late and beat. The problem with the Bears, they've they let the teams go too far ahead all the time. So they made comebacks, but you can't keep doing that. And let me tell you something. Against the Packers, I knew they were going to come back, but I still thought they were going to lose. Like they kept doing it. Why do you keep letting them take a lead? Play like you're behind already.
25 points in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, seriously, like I was watching that game and I was like, the whole time it was an amazing game. I mean, the Bears, they, like you said, Vic, they just waited a little too long. If they had played like they were behind in the first quarter, from the beginning, but they just don't play like that. They're scrappy. Their quarterback, oh my goodness, that one pass, the one right there, you're just showing on the screen.
Was that the best play ever?
I could not believe that play. That was so stupid.
went
The
back 20
defender
yards.
stopped on that.
On his back foot.
Look at that, Byron.
He
But
pushed
watch
off.
the
Serious throw.
defender. The defender
Pushed
isn't
off.
even there. He stopped
pushed
on
off.
the play.
Okay, to play it again, Santiago. Let's see if it
It's
pushed
coming.
off.
He pushed it.
There
He
was a
pushed
little
it.
push. I mean,
He's not
that's
supposed to push.
no, but I'll tell you.
But
he
let me tell you
quit.
something though. As a defensive
it
back, and that quarterback's going all the way back, you can't let no
20
receiver behind you.
yards.
You cannot let a receiver behind you in the end zone. You just like go back, Santiago. See, can you
Yep.
slow it down or no? All right, watch. I'm gonna tell you right now. What
Look
is
at
this
the
quarterback?
score.
What is this quarterback? Right there. What are you doing?
I
Why
mean,
are you
they're not
coming
even
up to the
close.
ball? The receiver,
Yeah.
go to the receiver.
How would you guard that, Vic?
What are you doing? Huh?
How would you
I'm
guard
going
that?
after the ball. But I wouldn't let a receiver behind me. The only one who
Yeah.
needs to be behind me is the zebra. That's it.
And
That's the
didn't
ref
you
for the fans
think?
out there. Just as that. That's it. The zebra is the only one who needs to be behind me.
Yeah.
That's in the end zone. I'd rather
You
guy
guys
in
going
front of
after
me in the end zone because look, what do you think is easier, Santiago? Is it easier to run forward or backwards?
Definitely forward.
Okay, exactly. You don't want to go backwards for the ball. There's no reason. What other bear was about him? Let's see. Is there another bear? Where was it? Is there
No.
a bear there? Yeah, there ain't no bear there. There's two defenders there.
The two defenders.
Two defenders are there, and you come up for the ball.
Close to Matt.
That was just
They
terrible.
pushed. He pushed.
He did, but it wasn't.
pushed
It
off. He
looked
pushed
like to
off.
me that he quit on the play. Like there wasn't much to push
Okay,
off
one
because
more
he
time,
stopped.
Santiago.
Right there.
That safety. What bear was by the safety?
Nobody. I mean, you're watching that play. You know
Look at
that game's
safety.
fixing to
There
be
ain't
over.
There ain't another bear there. So the number 14 that he pushed, there's no reason. Well, there's a bear right there, but there was already another defender. You had
Look,
three.
look.
Look at stop right
That
there.
is-
You had 1, 2, 3. I don't know. We can't point, right? But you got 1, 2, 3. See the bear that's right there before the end zone? He would have caught it. The game would have been over anyways, right? Or he would have caught it. He would have had to go in. Number one, you have two guys on that one guy in the middle. You see that guy in the middle?
Yeah, you got three
Those
defenders.
two guys right there. That guy in the front got pushed off according to Byron. That other guy should have been back. There's no
Come on,
reason.
Byron.
See the zebra behind him? See the zebra? That's the only one that needs to be behind him. See that little zebra right there? That's the zebra.
Well,
Okay?
then what
That
is he?
defensive back should not have ever
He
let.
pushed.
What
Byron,
is he?
didn't push
Byron's
Stretch
off
your fault.
Armstrong though? That's
He
one
pushed
heck of
off.
a
He didn't
push.
push off two people. I wish I had a marker here. Is this a marker?
Push off.
Is
Push
this a
off.
marker? What is that thing?
He did, but
that's
it
not a marker.
was not.
No, don't touch it because it's not what you think it is.
Okay, well then let me cancel it. Oh shoot! Discards changes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interference.
But right there,
It
Byron,
wasn't that
this guy
bad,
right
though.
here, not the Ram.
Which
right,
one? This
that's-
one?
I
Wait.
can't see. Okay, I can see your thing. Yeah, see that
That's
one?
a
He got
Chargers,
pushed off.
yeah.
Pick the other guy. The other guy. That guy right there had no. There is nobody here. Why do you need triple coverage on a guy that's not in the end zone? Anybody in the end zone, you got to be on. He should have been behind. He should have been between.
This guy should have been here.
Player.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you should look where the zebra is.
Yep.
Right
way over there. Right there.
One there and one here.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but the one who needs to be about, you cannot be about right now. That zebra he's behind that zebra. He's not behind that zebra.
That's why it's the greatest play of all time.
And you look at where he's at in the end zone. He's not even close to the edge. I mean, he is like in the middle.
That's why.
Who's he covering? Who is that guy covering right now?
Nobody.
The other defensive back is defending that player. Those two are covering that player. Okay.
Yep.
This guy is covering nobody.
Yep.
He's watching. That's all he's doing is watching the game.
They probably thought the play was over.
I'm telling you, that's right. He stopped on the play. I'm telling you, I watched it and brought it up. I watched it because they showed a different angle. There was another one.
Let me try to find the angle.
Could see he stopped.
All right, that's all right. I'm done with that. It's disgusting to me. I don't want to see that anymore. All right, here. Sean McDermott fire. We called it. I called it. He's on a hot block. If he doesn't get it, he had all his most biggest nemesis that were out of the thing. He's got to win that game, and he didn't.
Yep, and he didn't.
And he didn't. You have your MVP quarterback. You didn't win the game. You had to go. Byron, what happened? You left the game. You got to feed the geese. So he's out. I'm sure he'll get a job somewhere else. But he did a good job at Buffalo. But at the end of the day, Buffalo's got to win.
Well, and
Byron,
he
what do you think
couldn't
about
do
this
it.
firing? Byron, he's frozen. Pam, what do you think about this firing?
Well, I think that.
Now he
go
comes.
ahead. Go ahead,
Byron.
Go ahead.
You're like on delay, bro.
This guy because he had. Yeah, I know. He's gonna have he's not gonna get hired by anybody else because he had a generational talent at quarterback and he wasn't able to get it done. Who's gonna what other team that he could possibly go to that has a quarterback like Josh Allen, to do the things that he could do. He wasted, 5 or 6 years of this kid's life, not be able to get, to the big game. The Buffalo, Bill, the Buffalo, what are they? The Buffalo Mafia, whatever they're called up there.
Bills
Mafia.
Bills Mafia.
No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo.
You can't be a mafia. There's no ring to kiss.
And, you got, the guy. And you didn't have Patrick Mahomes. You didn't have the other,
wide open.
Other quarterbacks there.
They didn't have receivers. That was one issue I thought they didn't have.
Come on, they multiple times. It wasn't like it was just this year. It was last year and the year before. They just couldn't get it done.
Kansas City, he has a winning record against Kansas City on regular season games, and he has a losing record in the playoffs. That's a problem.
It's a problem.
And what matters most, Vic? Postseason record.
That's it, baby. Because you can be the Giants and be the wild card and win it against an undefeated team.
You are what your record says you are.
No, you're
That's
not.
right.
No, you're not.
That's right.
No, that's bullcrap.
It's true though.
That's all that matters.
I love Parcells, but he says that to motivate his players. But you don't go. What we were Byron 9-7, right? Or 10-9. I don't forget 10-7, and we went and we stomped through
9-7.
We were 9-7, and we stomped through Lambeau.
I think it was 9-6.
No, 9-6 is only 15. 16
Tomato,
games.
tomato.
Yeah, 9-7.
Yeah.
16 games. We were 9-7, and we went through all Hall of Fame quarterbacks and fields and won.
Away. Too.
And you are what your record says. They were 17-0.
Antonio Pierce. That was a secret weapon.
17-0. So we didn't have Antonio Pierce. What are you talking about?
You did.
Oh, you mean? Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about somebody else. All right, let's go.
I'm a Parcells fan, by the way. I'm a big fan of Parcells.
I'm happy for Robert Saleh.
He's going to the Titans.
Saleh got him.
I think he's done wrong.
I didn't see that yet.
Robert Saleh,
I think he's a great coach.
I like Saleh. Congratulations, Robert Saleh. I think he'll do well at the Titans. I think he was done wrong with the Jets. Right?
he was totally done wrong. He fell victim to Poison Rogers. That's what he fell victim to. Poison Rogers, who then turned around and lost repeatedly after they got rid of Saleh. Saleh's a great coach. That was smart by the Titans.
Jesse Minter is now the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. What do you think about that, Byron? You think he can do something there?
Defensive-minded coach. That's what they're big at in Baltimore. So yeah, I think he should do a good job there.
Exactly what I said.
Go defense.
I think. And who do you think they're gonna have as an offensive coordinator? That's gonna be a challenge.
Either to keep Tom Munkin or
No, they're not keeping Tom Munkin because remember Harbaugh got fired because he didn't want to fire Tom Munkin. So I mean, they don't fire the head coach. If you fire the head coach who doesn't want to fire Munkin, and you don't fire him, then you're an idiot.
You said it.
This doesn't make any sense. So Munkin's gone, one way or the other. It doesn't matter where he goes and where he lands. Whether he's with the Giants. But only problem is I don't know who's at fault at the Ravens, right? Because we've said it on this show repeatedly. They change who they are in the playoffs. Their identity shifts.
Like the Bills.
They stop giving them the ball to Henry. They count on Jackson. And, you don't know if Jackson's the problem, right? Because it's not like that many. How many really like legitimate running quarterbacks have won Super Bowls?
Not too many. Mahomes might count.
No, I don't consider Mahomes a running quarterback.
Steve Young.
Not too many. Yeah.
Steve Young's the only one, but that was Montana's team. They did Montana wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Steve Young's the only one, but remember, he's coming off a four-time Super Bowl team. And he had Jerry Rice. I mean, he had some ballers.
Oh my gosh, yes, he did. I think you have to put the blame on Jackson. I think you got to put at least a good amount of blame on Jackson. Yeah, I think you have to.
It's hard for me to blame him, only Pam, because I just think you can't blame a guy who's that skilled. Like, I think his skill set is what hurts him, right? It's like he's so great at being able to run. His instinct, if I'm in trouble, let me go run. You understand? And it wasn't until these last couple of years, and guys, I've mentioned this multiple times, that I always said that he's got to do what Mahomes and these and even Josh Allen's get accused when he's not running enough, is that when he runs, he's just got to run towards the line looking downfield. And he's so fast that I think by the time he's trying to run to the line looking downfield, he's running too quick. He's already past it. He just takes off, right? But again, I'll say it over and over and over again on this show. You can't go into a game plan expecting your quarterback to have 100 yards and win, and that's your game plan. Like, I need you to have 100 yards in addition to our running back.
Especially if you have Derrick Henry. Like, why are you not giving him the ball more? That guy is a freight train. I mean,
Byron, what do you think about what do you need to do with Lamar Jackson to win? Because, it just and one, I want to answer that question. And two, how many times have we said they look like a totally different team when they go to the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Trade him.
Whoa. To the Giants.
Yep. No, I don't want him.
Not to the Giants. Trade him.
Not to the
trade
Giants.
him.
Not to us.
Trade him to the Raiders. Trade him. Get that first
yeah.
pick.
Ooh.
The Raiders.
That would be awesome.
Trade him.
That would be a smart move.
Yeah, if get draft capital. He has a new
Or to Houston.
trade cause though. So it's not like he said
Houston wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
Like, good defense. Yeah, I wouldn't go to Raiders, but Houston wouldn't be bad. But the problem is, Byron's right. You want to get the first pick, right? You have a chance. That first pick is worth. You're gonna get more than just the first pick with Lamar. Don't get me wrong, but getting that first pick limits how much more you got to give him. Fair statement, Byron.
Yep.
Now you get a first round pick. That's a lot right off the bat. Right, you're picking, and now you can pick from the quarterbacks, whether it's Mendoza, whether whoever it is, and they've won with that type of quarterback. And now you got a defensive head coach, right? And listen, think about what we're saying. We're talking about a multi MVP player that we all agree is a generational talent, one of the greatest athletes playing that position. And the topic right now we're saying is I trade him.
Yeah. I
agree with that, Byron. I didn't even think about that. I would do it. Santiago?
Yeah, because are the things true? That whatever's going on down, as far as them missing practice and not being all in, as far as what the Ravens were trying to do, is that true? The only thing is that he has a no trade clause. You can't just send him wherever you want to say. All right, we're going to banish you and send you wherever. He's going to have to agree to go wherever, to another team. And would he do that?
He won't go to the Raiders. I think he'd go to the Texans.
You go to Houston. Yeah.
Think about it. He's got a big contract, no state taxes, and you got a phenomenal defense.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. The
cost of housing
Houston's
is
for
incredible
real
in Texas. Yeah.
H-Town.
I would go to Texas.
Katy, Texas.
I would go. That's a smart move, Byron. You should be.
But for CJ Stroud, I don't know.
That's an easy trade. That trade.
They do it
You're not trading him for
CJ Stroud goes to Baltimore and
you're trading.
Jackson goes to
problem
Houston.
is, Byron, if you trade him to Houston, you're going to have to give up some of those defensive players. You're talking about a defensive head coach now. He's going to say, I'll give you Lamar, but you're giving me these other pieces. You're giving me my rook. You're giving me my knight.
The pawns?
No pawns. No pawns.
The Mecca Ryans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know though. Would Jackson go to Houston to chase a Super Bowl because of that defense? Would he restructure?
The guy negotiated his own contract, so he doesn't have to pay an agent, and now he's not going to have to pay state income taxes. So,
and he ain't going to Dallas.
Oh Lord, no.
He's not going to Dallas, no.
No.
But Houston, the problem is you may have to eat up your defensive team, your defensive capital to get him. What's Houston's pick?
It's going to be low.
Yeah,
I mean high. It's going to be a very high pick.
21 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you figure if Houston gets rid of him, it's gonna be at least 3 number 1 picks and maybe even a player. You know what? I want 3 number 1s and I want Will Anderson, the edge rusher.
He's our best player.
That's a lot. You're the one who said it.
You
said to the Raiders. I'm just saying to you, because he's got that no trade clause, why would anybody go to the Raiders?
They love Vegas. I don't know.
Yeah,
slot machines is their groove. I don't know.
All right, let's keep going. We'll run a little
They're
past
number 28.
Yeah, they ain't got anything. Vikings extend Brian Flores. Well, they should. He's got his top-rated defense, and they let me tell you something. If they don't do something with J.J. McCarthy, they really messed up.
Oh yeah.
If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl,
huh?
If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, huge blow.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah, Kevin O'Donnell's system is a problem, but they won't win because of Sam Darnold.
Ooh,
that's for sure. I actually think, look how he played last week. I mean, Darnold looked good despite the injury.
His last games before that, he's been playing not that good.
I mean, they put a
and you hold a hot 49er team to 6 points. That ain't Darnold.
No, of course not.
Vic is not a Sam Darnold guy.
No, I am. I was rooting for him, but no, that's not true. I'm happy for him because he got resurrected in both places, and he's going to team and he's winning. I'm a fan of his, but his stats are terrible. Pull up his stats, Santiago, for the last 5 games going into the playoffs. They're not good.
I don't know.
I don't care. Just playing, then don't play.
I think he's good enough.
You perform. Yeah. You play, you perform. Right? If you don't play, you perform. That's it. I'm just saying he's not lighting it up. It's not because of him, right? You just said, wait, time out, Pam. You can't say before you said CJ Stroud was bailed out by his defense.
Yeah.
So is Darnold.
But Darnold won. He got the W, a big W with lots of points.
Darnold didn't win. The team won. but their
Yeah.
defense is number 6. The Texans is number 1.
I know,
Okay,
but
so
you can't say
number
CJ Stroud
6.
lost.
I mean, Seattle lost the game.
Seattle's winning.
I think he
y'all are
did
killing
too,
me.
but
Seattle's winning because they have a great running game, and Sam Darnold's basically being a game manager.
manager.
He's basically
Yep.
being told, don't screw it up. We got a great defense. We're going to run the ball, play great defense. Don't screw it up. That's it.
Sounds like Trent Dilford. For the Raiders.
That's
That's
all he's
right.
got to do.
I mean,
That's all.
that's a great one, Santiago. Yeah,
Old school.
old school.
All right, let's go. Let's see what this boy did. Now y'all drive me crazy. All right.
Share the screen, Vic. Show the receipts.
Okay. Two. That brother's got 25 TDs, 14 interceptions. Okay. He threw 4 interceptions against the Rams. He threw, then look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of his interceptions were in the last 4 games of the season. What was his passer rating?
So
And these were in wins.
Stats, but where's
Listen
he
to
at
me.
now? One of the
Look at
final
that.
4
Two,
teams.
one, look
ready
at
to go to the
these.
Super Bowl.
1, 2, 3. Okay. These were all wins, and he was throwing interceptions. He's at 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 1 was his best one. 0-0. 0 touchdown passes. 0 touchdown passes. 0 touchdown passes.
Game
So
manager.
he's not lighting it up.
Okay, so I'm
He
going.
threw 4,000. He threw for 4,000 yards. Aaron Rodgers
a lot.
is 90 years old. He threw for 3,000 something yards.
Sam
His
Darnold
ratings-
is a game manager, and I'm game manager.
His
I'm stick with
QBR
that.
is
Game
56,
manager.
dude. His QBR is 50. In the last 4 games, look at it. Last 4 games, 39, 38, 24, 36. Come on, bro.
Pass.
It's his
Past
defense. that's
history,
winning.
man. Pass.
All
That's
right,
the
whatever.
pass-
All right, I'm
and
going to
the
let you
run-
stay there. Let's
the
keep
running
moving.
game.
Kevin
Running game.
Stefanski's hired by the Falcons, and what's his
Not
name?
expected.
Baker Mayfield came out and said, that's the best hiring I could ever think of. He got
Wow.
rid of me out of Browns, and now I'm going to stomp all over you.
Yep, he's ready for that.
Baker
Although-
is fired up for it, but, Baker's Baker. All right, this one's a good one. We got to wrap this up because I can get to bed. Eric Bieniemy is returning to the Chiefs as offensive coordinator. What do you think?
Oh.
Good move, bad move, Byron?
The band is back.
Good move, for him. This dude, man, through the years, he's gotten screwed, as far as being a, head coach somewhere. He should have got something. And, he had to leave the Chiefs to go to the Commanders, to go to UCLA, and now he's all the way back to where he started from. It's just weird, man, that he just, the poor guy just don't get any respect. He's the Rodney Dangerfield of coaches.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if he comes in and they start lighting it up again, now they can't say that it's Andy Reid calling plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Andy Reid has
Mahomes
to
likes
say,
Eric Bieniemy.
of course. So did the receivers. They said they was tough, but he demanded excellence.
They were strict and pretty much on.
They
lines,
defended
on
him
things.
when he
Yeah.
went to the Commanders, and Commanders were complaining and crying like babies. The Chief players defended him, so I'm happy for him. All right,
Their
let's
offense
go.
went down after he left.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's
Got
go.
a few comments.
What we got here?
Oh,
So DJ Max says, unless CJ has a good season next year, no way they pick up the 5th-year option.
I agree.
There you go.
And
You
then
also-
I guess DJ Mack bench helped Bryce Young a bit. Yeah, DJ Mack. DJ Mack, do you think they should have pulled him from the game? Let me put it in.
Leave a comment below if you watch this later.
yeah, those are good comments, DJ Mac. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But that's even more reason that now I agree. I would have pulled him because of the contract.
Yeah. Don't be the Miami Dolphins and extend a contract when you have a 5th-year option. My gosh, let me just take a hammer and pound myself in the head. That would feel much better.
Now, yeah,
Don't
now
do that.
like
You'll look like Tua.
which they
All right.
had. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do the picks. Patriots, Broncos. Go ahead, Pam. Ladies first.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to take the Patriots. I really would
As much as that
rather the
hurts.
Broncos. Yeah, I can't help it. It just comes out like that. If somebody put a gun to my head and say the other way I couldn't do it, they'd have to pull the trigger.
If you had to bet your mortgage,
Nope. Patriots all the time. But I do think that they look good. I do think they're going to beat the Broncos. I hope not. I'm going to take the Patriots though in my pool.
Byron.
Home field advantage. I'm going with the Denver Broncos
Ooh.
because they have that elite defense. Statham, what was his name? Statham,
Stidham.
quarterback.
Stidham.
Stidham. All he has to be is a game manager. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
I'm changing my pick now, Byron.
I haven't played for 3 years. I haven't played for 3 years.
Seasons.
I'm gonna go in there 3 seasons, and I'm gonna go in there in a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm not Nick Foles. Okay.
Nick Foles says it's doable. I'm gonna pick the Patriots. Complete team. No Bill. No Bo Nix. It's gonna be a factor. Patriots have a good defense. They got Drake May. They're hot right now. Variable is confident. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots. I just think they got championship blood in them. Right? I think they got championship blood in them.
They're past overdue.
And they're not overdue. It's just I'm impressed that they came back this fast. But that's who I'm going. I like Vrabel. I like what he's done. I'd like to see them back there, and I like the Kraft family. I think the organizations.
Don't forget Sean Payton.
Sean Payton's doing a hell of a job too.
I'm changing my pick. I am, Byron. I'm changing it because of you.
Yeah, remember he can't do an onside kick at halftime.
You never know.
You can't. It's not allowed.
You
have to literally wait till the fourth quarter and then tell the other team you're doing it. That is the stupidest rule I could ever imagine.
Stupid rule. The whole point of an onside kick is that it's unexpected.
Surprise.
I mean,
and the funny part is when it has been done, it wasn't a surprise anyways. But you could do it anytime you wanted.
Anytime.
Right? It's so like you know when you had an onside kick, you had to get the onside kick. It was ridiculous.
And
all right.
Jeff Hostetler was a second string quarterback that took somebody all the way to the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, but he played the whole season, dude. He played the whole season.
No, he didn't play. He played from week 11 when Sims got hurt.
He played 7-8 games. He was a running quarterback, and it wasn't like Phil Sims was like, was the.
Whoa!
He's going there. He's going there.
Whoa!
I love Phil Sims, but
He
didn't light up the sky, dog.
Well, I'm gonna take away your giant card. Don't say that about Phil.
I love Phil Sims. I'm just
no.
In the category. In the category of quarterbacks when he was playing, come on, man, where did you rank him? Seriously. He's playing against Montana. He's playing against Marino. He's
top
playing.
5.
Oh my God, really? Okay, you got
top
Montana,
5.
Marino. Oh my God, dude.
Phil Sims.
I don't think he's in the top 5.
Oh no.
Top 5.
No.
Not when he played
top
Byron.
5.
I'm sorry.
35. Top 35.
All right.
All I know is Jeff Hostetler took that team to the Super Bowl as a backup quarterback, so it can happen.
All right. So who you picking in the next game?
NFC Championship, Rams at Seahawks. Pam?
Definitely the Squawks. I'm going with the Squawks. I'd rather the Rams, but I don't see them doing it.
Byron?
Man, I'm going with the Rams.
Okay, the top quarterbacks in the Sims era. Joe Montana, you gonna pick him over him? Nope. Dan Marino, nope. John Elway, nope. Dan Fouts, nope. Boomer Scienson, nope. Warren Moon, nope. Jim Kelly, nope.
Whoa! Wait a minute. But how many of them actually have a Super Bowl? He got 2.
Montana has 4.
All those guys you named.
4.
Okay, who else?
Elway's
Montana,
got 2.
0. Okay.
Elway's got 4. I mean, Montana's got 4. Elway's got 2. And that's it.
Out of
Marino,
all of those,
zero.
Marino is the best. He has no Super Bowl rings, but he is the best
Zero.
quarterback.
He ain't better than
Ever.
Joe Montana. Sorry about that.
I
Now
don't
he
know.
ranked Byron as high. Ranked.
Fouts.
He
Fouts
ranked.
zero.
He ranked at one time as 7th in the 1980s. That's it. And then
Who did,
Jeff
Phil?
Haas, our notable backup, who took over to win after Shim's injury. So Shim's is one of the best Giants in history. I like him alongside Eli Manning. I still like Eli Manning.
Come on, man. It's too late now, man. You already slandered his name, man.
I did not slander his name. I just said he
you
was in
slandered
top
his
5.
name.
You said he was top 5. I am telling you, you cannot tell me he was better than the 5 quarterbacks I mentioned.
He got 2 Super Bowls. He's better than that.
Okay, so does Eli, and Eli's got 2 MVPs, and he still didn't make it in the first round of Hall of Fame.
There you go.
So
That's because the
and I
Manning,
would have picked him in
Manning,
the first round of Hall of Fame.
the Manning last name. That's what got him.
All right, that's what it is. All right, so Rams Seahawks. Who you picking, Santiago?
I got the Seahawks. Their defense.
Does
and how they
everybody got the
pummeled
Seahawks?
Niners. Yeah.
No, Byron took Rams.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams.
Harrison Mevis
They're playing in Seattle.
at Seattle, the 12th man. They
That's a
call it.
tough
I just
place,
think
fam.
I'm gonna take. If I have to pick that quarterback to quarterback, I trust Stafford over Darnold.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yep. These are tough. These are very tough to pick. But I think you
I
go
don't think
either
the
way.
AFC as much, in my opinion, but
All right, so let's finish
I
this.
think crazy
Pam,
thing.
this one's for you. I'm sorry to make this last, but
Okay.
Bills bad call? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Total question mark. It was not a bad call. If you do not secure the ball, people were talking about, well, his knee was down. A knee down only counts after you have secured the ball, made a football move, and then you cannot be stripped. But the ball, if you do not secure it to the ground, it is a free-for-all, and the defender can take that ball.
Okay. But yeah, you don't need a football move as long as you have a control of it and you're going down.
In that
if
instance.
your knee is down, then it's good. But outside of that, I didn't see that play.
Well, if on the way down, if what's his name, whatever the receiver's name was, if they both had a tie with the ball, they'd have gave it to the receiver, but they didn't. What's his name was able to rip the ball out of his hands. That's why they called it.
Yeah.
So blame that on the receiver for not holding onto the ball a little bit tighter.
Yep.
Santiago?
that's a good question. It's very questionable. It could go 50-50 either way. I'm not
What did they rule that? An interception?
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is they've been really strict,
Oh, yeah,
I would
that's
say,
cool.
especially the past year, about if you do not survive the ground with the ball, it is not a catch. And he didn't survive the ground with the ball. So when
I'm
you
confused
watch,
though, Pam. I'm confused. Why is it coming into question whether he secured it, didn't secure it, and his feet were down? If the ball doesn't touch the ground and someone catches it, it's that ball.
no. So think about this. You got a receiver. He's diving for the ball. Even if he puts his feet down in bounds, if he goes out of bounds and he hits the ground and the ball moves, they call it an incomplete pass. They've been super strict with that.
That is true. Except
He did not survive the ground. Because look who has the ball.
Yes, so that's an interception.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an interception.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were.
No, it's an
confusing me.
interception.
So okay. So what were they complaining the call that it was not a cat? It shouldn't have been ruled an interception.
Correct.
Right. They said it was a catch and that he was down. And I saw a lot of fans remarking that his knee was down, which that's why I said about the knee down. The knee down doesn't come into play if you don't secure the ball to the ground. The knee only comes
He was
into
still
play.
juggling the ball.
Exactly.
See,
you see the defender has it.
Yeah. That was,
So
that
I'm
was a
saying
pure,
it's
that
an
was, that was a
interception.
strip. That's like him running the
Yeah,
ball.
it's a strip.
It's a strip.
Exactly.
Keep in motion.
It's an interception, they call it, but it's
Yeah.
a strip.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
What do you think,
He
Byron?
didn't secure the catch.
Well, there you have it.
Byron?
You can see it there, like where they're coming down. The ball is in his. The ball is in his. Yeah, the ball is in his chest still, and then the defender ripped the ball out of his hands. If, like I said, if they'd have went to the ground and they were both tussling for the ball at the same time, they would have gave the ball to the receiver.
But he
If he still
didn't
had his hand
survive
up.
the
He'd sit
ground.
right there.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
you
The
call.
ball
consider
was
that you
moving.
consider that an
That's the
interception
ball.
then, right? So what do you call it, Byron? An interception?
Yeah.
All right. And that's a
Turnover.
legit. That's
Yep.
that's a legit. That's legit an interception.
So the Buffalo fans
there.
were
There you go.
calling for, I even saw Rich Eisen talking about how the game should have been taken away from Denver. And I called him out. I'm sure he didn't pay one bit of attention, but I commented on his video and said,
I'm sure he heard you.
yeah, I'm sure he did. But how is that needs to be turned over? But the Cheatriot Colts game with proven cheating, that game didn't need to be overturned. I mean, for him to say this game needed to be overturned was ridiculousness.
But finally, at least the defensive player gets the benefit of the doubt, because how many poor, defensive pass interference calls have been made?
Oh,
And
yeah.
those are blatant. I mean, Sean Payton was a victor of one of those, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so at the end of the
Good things.
day, and then that hit they put on Cook, the runner, that when he fumbled the ball, that was
Yeah.
a massive hit.
It was.
Okay, so I want to end this with this one story, and that's it. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. It's already late, and I need to be in bed. Okay, I was supposed to be in bed 9:30.
Right there, we're having so much fun.
So here's the deal. So they were talking about the Rams when they had the Four Horsemen, which was Rosie Greer. Byron, you probably know all the names, right? Rosie Greer. Shoot. Now I can't remember. I'm lost.
Lamar Lundy.
Lamar Lundy, Merlin
Lamar
Olsen,
Lundy.
and there was one more. The guy,
Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones. That's it. Deacon Jones,
Jones.
right?
Deacon
I named my
Jones.
jersey. Deacon Jones and Merlin Olsen. And I forgot his name. Right, Eisner, the ball guy, the announcer. What's his name? Was saying he was interviewing Merlin Olsen prior to his Hall of Fame inductee, and he says, "Listen." He asked him what was his best hit of all time. He goes, "My greatest hit, the hardest I ever hit someone in my entire career was Jim Brown." And when they were playing against Cleveland, the Four Horsemen, all of them said, "We're going to take him out. We're not going to let him win the game." Okay, so they were all on a mission, and they said Jim Brown was it was virtually impossible to get a clean hit on him because he was so elusive, right? Like you couldn't to hit him clean was very, very hard. Jim Brown's coming down. Merlin Olsen said he got him clean and lit him up. Put the hardest hit he could ever imagine on Jim Brown. And then he got up and he was all excited. He was thinking he'd see Jim Brown on the ground with his eyes over and his nose bubbling. He goes, and he looks up, and Jim Brown continued running for 70 yards. Touchdown. He goes, and that was my hardest hit ever. Jim Brown was a beast.
He was a beast.
He goes, I would have sworn that guy was already on the ground with his helmet off and everything. Jim Brown just kept going 70 yards more. I thought that was a story worth sharing.
That's an awesome story.
That was great.
Yeah, I met
Jim.
Yeah, I met him. I met him at work.
Jim Brown?
He's a lot bigger than I thought he would be, man. He was big. He was he was all of 6'2". He was in his
and solid.
60,
and he left
50,
early.
60.
He only played 9 years, right?
Yeah. Played until he was 30 and said, "I'm out."
He's done. He's out, and he's done it. Look, I got a number of respect for what he does, because he went on the NBA channel with Barkley and all these guys, and it's I really appreciate all the stuff you're telling me, all this and that. He goes, but if you guys really want to help, go into the inner city and start helping these kids. He called them out to the mat because that's where you're gonna put. Because that's where we need the most help.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know,
Amer
so-
I can. Amer I can. That was the name of it.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny. This guy swore, he said he never thought he could get clean hit on Brown. Hit him the hardest hit he hit. He was all excited. And Jim Brown looks up the next thing. Jim Brown's still running 70 yards for a touchdown.
He didn't
All right,
even
Miss
need the
Pam,
tissue.
thank you for joining our show today. Santiago, thanks for joining. Byron, always a pleasure. Glad your internet and the geese were working today. And be careful with the snowstorm. You know, there's a snowstorm coming over there, Pam. It's affecting
Northeastern.
170 million people.
Wow.
I'm thinking I won't see any.
I'm not
I'm
seeing
thinking.
any. I'm cold. I'm
You're
cold, and it's
nestled.
like 60 something here.
Yeah, go
Alrighty.
stay safe, Byron, in
Well, I
that
gotta keep
snow.
going. All right, but Byron's got he's got slave labor doing his he's got slave labor doing his thing. No, I'm only joking. Byron's got a snowblower. He's lazy. He just goes and pushes out a snowblower, and that's it. All right. Well, be safe, Byron. Hopefully your lights stay on, and eat some. It's a good time to bake and eat some food.
I got solar. I'm good.
Send me pictures. Send me pictures. All right. Everybody have a good night. Don't forget, every Thursday live on YouTube and Facebook. We got the Jersey Boys Sportscast. Please like us on all your social media channels. If you like what you heard today, smash the like button. DJ, Mac, thanks for joining our show as always. Pam, Miss Pam, Santiago, it's been a pleasure. Went a little bit longer, but hey, it is what it is. We started a little bit later, so we're good. Everybody have a good night and peace out. Jersey Boys Sportscast. Talk to you soon.
Championship
Peace.
Sunday.
Yes, go.